We will visit the cities and towns where our forefathers lived, where the great sages and gedolim of our people lived. We will learn their Torah. We will discuss their lives and deeds. And we will also visit those sites in which ultimately they sanctified HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name in their deaths. I am so excited and so moved to be going there together with my father. It's the first time he'll be back, and it's the first time I will be there. And I truly look forward to some very, very unique and inspiring days. And I hope this visit will be something that we all will cherish for the rest of our lives. I can't even tell you how important this trip is to me, because it's a dream and it's a neder, a promise I promised myself many years ago that I have to be there. I must visit the sites of the Holocaust. I must visit those sites that are consecrated with the blood of our forefathers.
שמו על יד הנהר אסס עם מקלעים, ואמרו, מי שילך למים, יראו בו.
Remembrance is one of the most basic themes in Yiddishkeit. We are to remember.
הגענו למקום, גם עם ברבורים לבנים. חשבנו, מגיעים עכשיו לבית האגן. מאחורי האגן היה שער שחור גדול, ואז פתחו את השער, ואז נכנסנו למחנה שטוטסבורג.
יהודים התכחשו למורשתם. הם לא רצו לחלום על ארץ ישראל, כי הם ראו בגרמניה באמת את המולדת. במשך חוכמה הוא כותב שכאשר היהודים יחשבו שברלין היא ירושלים, תבוא רוח עזה ותטלטל אותם, תעקור אותם ממקומם, ואז הם יזכרו בירושלים האמיתית. כך זה במעשים.
הייתה לנו שורה שלמה של המשפחה של האנשים, סבתא, דודה, שתי דודות, בנות דודות. ועמד שם המנגלה והוא עשה עם האצבע, ימינה ושמאלה. לא ידענו מה זה ימינה, לא ידענו מה זה שמאלה.
ביומן גטו קובנה יש סיפור על הרב אושרי ועל חסיד אחד, ובערב פסח הוא אפה מצות. גרמני מצא אותו. הוא היכה אותו מכות נמרצות, שבר לו את השיניים, ובליל פסח הוא מגיע לביתו של הרב אושרי, והרב אושרי פותח את הדלת והוא רואה את רב מוישה שהוא חבול כל כולו וזב דם. אני חסיד, גדלתי בבית חסידי ואף פעם לא אכלתי גברוקס, אף פעם לא אכלתי מצה שרויה, אבל לא נשארו לי שיניים, הם שברו לי את כל השיניים. אז איך אני יכול לאכול מצה? האם לוותר על מצוות מצה? השאלות האלה נתנו לנו את הכוח לעבור את הגלות הנוראה הזו. ואחר כך הוא כתב ספר 5 חלקים בסם שאלות ותשובות ממעמקים. זה שם הספר. One of the great gedolim that survived the Holocaust was Reb Hershel Meislish. Before the war, he was dying in a city called Weizen in Hungary. I know him very well. I had the schus of spending many hours with him. After the Holocaust, he was a rabbi in Chicago. And Reb Hershel used to relate this story. What a moving story. A person that was in Auschwitz, and 1,000 children were taken to be sent off to their death. And that person knew that he could pay the Germans for his son. His child was among those 1,000 children. But he knew that if he's going to get his boy out, they will have to put another Jewish boy in. And he came to ask that of, am I entitled, am I permitted to pay ransom to save my son, knowing that another Jewish boy will pay the price of the salvation of my son? And the Pesha said, I can't answer that question. Please, this is a question I cannot answer. But the Jew was persistent, and he says, well, what am I supposed to do with my questions if not ask the rabbi? Am I to understand, if the rabbi says he can't answer, that this is something I cannot do? And the Pesha broke down crying, and he said, no, it's just too heavy for me. This is a question I cannot answer. And that Jew says, well, if the rabbi can't answer, then obviously this is something that would not be permissible. So this is something I cannot do. And they both cried together, the rabbi and his disciple. The boy went off to his death. His father did not take him out of that transport. And the Pesha told the story that Rosh Hashanah, when they said Akedes Yitzchak, that person thanked the Kodesh Baruch Hu for his personal sacrifice. He could have saved his son, but he did not do so. He didn't do so because he understood that some other Jewish father and mother would be crying for their son that went off. And that is a very typical story. Hundreds of tales like this one were actually part of Jewish existence, sacrifice, and Mesiras Nefesh of those terrible times. I very much hope, and I am really convinced, that we will come back from this trip better Jews than we were going there. I'm sure this will have a tremendous impact on our thoughts, our emotions, on who we are. And I'm sure that these feelings will be with us till the end of our days.